Streams are nice, but publishing is where artists get paid. Music publishing basics. Okay, so there's a lot that goes into music publishing, but we're going to go over the basics today. So, recording the music and getting the finished mix and master, that's when you have the master of the song. So, just having the master or having the finished product or having a CD, that doesn't mean it's published. It's not published until you have put it out there for the public to be able to consume it. So that's basically what publishing is, the process of putting the music out and promoting and marketing it to the masses. So posting it on SoundCloud is not necessarily publishing it, or even putting it on all streaming platforms is not necessarily publishing it. It's a part of publishing, but it's not the full story. So that's the first thing. That's more like distribution is a part of publishing. And when you put things on these streaming platforms, that's your distributor, but that's not necessarily your publishing. Okay, so the publishing goes beyond what you will get from your distributor, beyond what you would get from physical sales. Publishing is the money that music makes without that you don't really see. That it's the royalties that it generates just from being played, just from being performed, just from being downloaded. And publishing is part of collecting all of those little pieces and putting them in one pot. So there are organizations that collect money from all these places where music is played or music is used. And it's your job to register with these places so you can get paid your money. And those places are called performing rights organizations. And you got BMI, ASCAP are the ones that you can join, that anyone can join. When we talk about music publishing basics, okay, a split sheet, we're going to explain this. And it's kind of easier to do an illustration, but with every song, you have a pie. You know what? I think I will do an illustration. You know, I am going to do an illustration. You know, see this? All right. So, as you see, all right. So, with every song, you got a pie. And technically, each side of the pie is 100%. Okay. And then you got publishing, and then you got songwriter. Okay. So, songwriter, it usually gets split between the person that wrote the lyrics and the person that made the beat, who we're going to put music. So, you split the whole pie into two pieces. You got one whole half, which is for the songwriters. That's for the person that wrote the lyrics. And the person that made the beat, they split the songwriter royalties. But then on this side, you got a whole another part of the pie. So this is the part of the pie that a lot of artists miss out on because, well, they even a lot of artists miss out on this side because if you don't register as a songwriter on BMI, you're gonna miss out on this side. But the publishing is where artists miss out on because you have to have a whole publishing company outside of you just being a songwriter. You got to have a whole publishing company that can collect from this side. So there's always going to be this part of the pie that goes to the person that has publishing rights. So when you do your split sheet, every time you're in the recording studio and you do your split sheet, you want to make sure that you give credit to whoever made the beat, whoever wrote the lyrics, and then the publishing company. Now, you can go through a publishing company that will do this publishing part for you and will pay you your royalties based off of like what they're doing. And usually, if you go through a publishing company, like our publishing company, PhD Recording Group, if you go through a publishing company, then what we'll be able to do is push it out further and we'll do more marketing and then we can split that money with you. But if you create your own publishing company, then basically you can collect this money, but you have to do all the marketing and promotion and stuff on your own to try to make this pot be bigger. A lot of independent artists will partner with people like us to be able to help with the publishing, which will actually bring more money into the whole pie. So this is where we come in on this side, but then we help you set all this up to make sure you're getting your songwriter revenue. But then we also, but this is where we operate and we help you get this set up too. and we can partner with you on this side, or we can help you get your own publishing company set up. But we want to make sure that you're getting this side too, the publishing side. Okay, back like I never left over here. Okay, all right. And royalties is a major way that artists get paid. So you want to make sure that you're getting those royalties. And when you have everything registered, you have your split sheets organized to where everybody's getting credit for what they did on the song. You got your publishing set up. That's how you're able to collect the royalties. And you get royalty checks based off of the music that's out that you've already released. And the more you push it, the more you publish it, the more those checks will be. So when you partner with a publishing company, when you partner with us, we are committed to making sure that song does very well because we're invested into it, first of all, because we're doing the marketing. And then another thing is, I mean, you came through Preheat University, so we definitely want to see you succeed. So that's part of what we do on that side. So keep in mind, publishing is important, and it's not just about the songwriter or like you getting your publishing because you wrote the lyrics. There's a whole nother side of that, which is the publishing royalties. And that's the part that a lot of artists miss out on, and that's the part that we can help you out with. All right, key teaching points. All right, here's some takeaways. Every song has ownership. So the moment that you create the song, someone owns it. Well, you own it when you make the song. You own the recording. And then it's up to you to decide if you're going to license that song to be used in other places or to be used by other people. And sometimes other places and other people will use your song without getting a license directly from you. And that's why you have to be registered with these organizations that collect those royalties and get it to you. And that's the same thing a publishing company can do is collect your publishing royalties and pay you from that. Okay, so key teaching points. Also, okay, writers must be credited. So remember that writers must be credited on the split sheet, and you should fill out a split sheet at the end of every recording session and go ahead and have everybody sign it. The person who made the beat, the person who wrote the lyrics, and then also sometimes people credit the engineers and musicians as well, but that's up to you. So the publishing side, making sure that all of that is registered and making sure you register a BMI, not only as a songwriter, but as a publisher or working with a publishing company that's doing that. That's how you lock in your long-term revenue as an artist. And that's how you get those checks in the mail or checks direct to your bank account just from music, just from your catalog that's already out. And that doesn't include like you going on tour, you selling merch and all that kind of stuff. Like your publishing, that's how you really establish that residual income that kind of keeps coming in. And the more music you have in your catalog and the more that we push and promote the music that's in your catalog, the more royalties you'll be able to generate. So for this industry insight, I want you to take a look at why songwriter royalties from organizations like BMI and ASCAP and other organizations, why all that's important.
If you love making music but hate paperwork, you need to know about ASCAP and BMI. Which one's right for you? Let's find out. ASCAP and BMI are like music superheroes fighting for your royalties. ASCAP, or the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers, was founded by musicians for musicians. It's known for its personal touch. Joining ASCAP is free for all new ASCAP writer members. If you join as both a writer and a publisher at the same time, we'll waive both application fees. If you are only joining as a publisher, there is a one-time, non-refundable $50 application processing fee. BMI, or Broadcast Music Inc., is the big brother. It's free to join and has a massive network of songwriters and publishers. Their vibe? Broad reach, solid connections, but sometimes a bit impersonal. So ASCAP, personalized $50 fee if joining only as a publisher. BMI, free, huge network. Both get your music paid. Choose your hero, ASCAP or BMI. Your music, your choice.
All right, y'all, for this assignment, you're going to register as songwriters. You're going to complete your split sheets and you're going to protect your publishing. So we're going to get all that done. Make sure you fill out the form with the video and let us know if you got any questions. Tune into the live stream. And if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for a Fairgate that we got coming up so you can get in there and we can talk more about the music publishing and whatnot. So, yeah, we here for you, whatever you need. Just tap in with us.